Hi, I'm Roberta, he's Oli, and this is Duca.
And we're on the mission of finishing the structure of our new aluminum exploration sailboat. I don't know if you can see back there. That's a mission, a big one.
So let's get started.
Let's get started. So one of the things I've been trying to do a lot lately is to optimize all the leftover material we have. But you might ask, why do we have leftover material if the whole boat was cut CNC? I don't know if you know, but we are going to change the keel and the rudder system. It's going to be a completely different system, and it's impossible to use the same plates. Some materials we can, a lot of them we can't. So every time I need a piece of material, I need to go through the pile of keel and rudder and see something that can fit the purpose. Yeah, this for example is part of the old bulb of the keel. That's a 12 millimeters thick plate. That's just a small part of it. Yes, I cut in pieces a long plate. I cut in small parts because I have a special purpose for this one. You probably know by now that the boatyard that was building the whole of our boat, it went bankrupt. And there is one thing that is still, every time we look to the boat, it reminds us of the boatyard. And nothing against them, but it was a tough year that, to be honest, I don't want to keep looking at the name all the time. So that means we need to get rid of that logo, because in the end of the day, the boat's not the same anymore. We're going to change the keel, we're going to change the rudder, we're going to change a lot of little things that it deserves to have a new name. This model is not a DS43 anymore. It's going to be a odd 43DS. And in order to do that, I'm going to cut this off and weld this in place. But instead of doing with the same thickness, because it's going to be really tricky to not bend all over the place, it would be much easier to just cut the entire plate and put a new one, but that would be a lot more money because we don't have this size of plates left over. So the idea is that I'm going to use a thicker plate that is going to stick out a little bit to be like a sign, you know, like just like a, I don't know, like a road sign or something like that pops out a little bit with our logo on this plate. That's the idea. So I have the plate already, I just need to mark and cut. That's what I'm going to do today, for this one and for that one.
Peering out through splintered sunlight, all the earth she'll gaze upon. When you wake while you lie sleeping, there I find a sweet devotion, stronger than the highest scale.
And it's off! Finally!
Now we're going to sell this to scrap. We're going to sell this to scrap to see if we can make some money back from what we lost from the yard. It's not going to be like 1%, but at least it's something. That's going to go to scrap.
Duca's mom is back here in Belgium to help us with Oli, so I have some time, free time to spend with Duca and the boat and check things and have ideas. And just now Duca did a huge thing.
Exciting. We were thinking about it for a long time. Should we do that? Should not we do that? Should we just, I don't know, cover
Replace
on
the
top?
the whole thing.
We almost put like this just on the top, but we would always know that the logo is on the back, and I don't know, I just didn't want to. We would maybe cut the whole thing, but we decided to save some money, and I think it's going to look even better with this. It's going to look like a sign. I think it's going to look awesome. The only thing that I still have doubts is if we CNC cut the logo or if we just put a sticker. The sticker is going to be much faster and easier to do right now, to be honest. If we CNC it, that means we cannot weld this on Monday. I don't know, I'm not sure. So Francis just called me that he's gonna try to carve for the first time the name of our boat on the side plate. So I just came inside the factory to film and to see. It's really cool to see a big CNC machine cutting the name of your boat in a plate, really thick plate, 12 millimeters plate. It's awesome. Yep.
This is for you.
Now we're gonna carve this on the actual plate for the boat. This is just a sample made out of MDF.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna put on that one, right there. This is the magician, he's an artist. He's just carving with the big machine, I mean huge machine. So now we're gonna use these plates. Oh, we do have one here already. Whoa, looks awesome. Looks amazing actually.
It's only
That's beautiful.
5/10 deep. Now you go deeper.
So you will go a little bit deeper? Yeah.
It's good like this?
Yeah, it's perfect for me, that's perfect. Now we're gonna go a little bit deeper because the deeper you go, the more contrast we have with the sunlight. And that's the idea, that you can read better if you have more contrast. After all, everything we see is contrast. So a little bit deeper it goes. So we're building thickness slowly. We just do a little bit, we check if we like, we go a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper. The deeper we go, the more contrast it is, and it's better for reading in the future. Just freaking amazing. Check this out. That's, by the way, thanks so much, Francis. You're just freaking awesome. You help us out a lot with this. Yeah, that looks just amazing. Thanks so much. I'll let you know when I have the pieces for the window. We'll find a way of doing it. Peter is gonna be happy. The first idea was just to have a sticker on the side of the boat, but a sticker is just something like temporary. Carving is much better. It's gonna be there forever. There is no way someone is gonna cut the side of the boat to take the name out. So that's, I don't know. I just feel like it should be on the side. Even though this is not the name of the boat itself, it's the name of the model that we are trying to create of boat. So that's our boat model, not our boat name, because our boat's gonna be named Pacifico, not Odd Life Forever. I love this noise. That's good news. Peter is already working. I have good news today. Some material arrived, and that's really good because that means there is a lot of other projects that we can start. For example, this is a really important pipe. This is the pipe that's gonna bring the lines from the mast to the cockpit. And without this pipe, we could not start the side of the roof, the finishing of the roof. So that means with this pipe, we can start finishing the roof 100%. We can install the side finishings, we can have the drainage for the rainwater. We can also finish finally the frames of the windows that are not 100% welded yet. There are some finishings that we need to do. I also arrived this material. That is a project that I'm gonna explain to you later. We decide to change the tow rail of the boat. Is going to be much better in my opinion. That other little pile right there is for the portholes that I decide to do some frames with both. You understand in the future. For now, let's focus on this pipe. That's the important one. Now it's easier to understand. That's the feet of the mast. When the lines come down from the mast, it goes to a block, and then here to a deck organizer, that's a pulley, and change the angle and go through that pipe all the way back to here. Of course, this pipe is going to be cut flush with the bulkhead right there, and then the line comes There is another deck organizer to make sure that the line is on the right height, and then goes through the clutches and then through the winches that's going to be here. We're going to have a winch here and a winch here. That's the idea. Of course, there's a lot of finishing, a lot of cutting and grinding still, but that's the beginning of the process. This tip is going to be cut on the shape of the finishing. We have still a little box that is the finishing of the roof right here, and this is going to follow the shape of the roof and then just trim, and that's it. Special day today. Peter is just finishing some details on the roof, and then it's finally time to start working on the side of the boat. And the first step is to put this in place. That looks just so cool. I can't wait to see a boat floating with his name on the side. Good morning. I mean, really cold good morning. For you guys it must but just be another video, but for me it's been 6 weeks that I'm not in the cold weather. We went to Brazil for summer to visit family, and it was almost 30 degrees Celsius there, and now it's close to zero. So it feels way colder than it actually is, but it's time to go check the boat because it's been almost 2 months that I don't see the boat, and Peter is working on the boat today, so let's keep moving. We need to get this boat to the water as soon as we can. I can hear he's working. That's awesome. I can't wait to finish the boat and be able to put the boat in the water. Let's do this. Good morning. What do you think? Do you like it?
Yeah, a lot.
He's curious because we never speak English to him, and now he's like, which language is that?
He wants to walk.
Oh, he wants to walk. He's growing so fast. Yeah, it's really cool to see finally the name on the side of the boat, don't you think?
And one more project finished.
Yeah, it seems like just every little single step is something important because we are closer to finishing the structure of the boat so we can finally move on. And this guy, I mean, we are taking long because look at that. He was just a baby before, and now I mean, when we started building the hull of the boat, he was literally on the belly. We're almost done. The only thing missing now is the back bulkhead. We need some stringers. We need to reinforce a little bit. It's not on the original design, but I strongly believe we do need, and we talked to the designers, and we need some reinforcements on the bulkhead. And also we need to finish the frames for the back windows, because we didn't know which windows we're going to use in the back, and there are 2 windows that we want to be able to open, and we finally found the right one that fits this week. So that means we just need to build 2 more frames and we're good to go.
Duca.
He said Duca for the first time today. It's just
Yesterday
I
he
never
said
heard
Oli
yes.
for the first time.
I never heard him saying Duca. Just
Next
to say
Roberta.
that. Yeah.
It's really hard.
Less rambling.
He wants to walk around. Let's go. Bye.
Yep. See you guys in the next one.